been around and know what I'm saying. So it's not a fan base, me. You know, look at club. You know what I mean? You're either with it or you're not with it.
Here's to the story. That's Rodney's story. And big up, of course, to doers. Now, today we want to pay close attention. And don't tell me I must talk about this and I must talk about that at the same time. Me choose exactly which road I want to go down at any given time. Someday, me talk about something else. Today, ladies, be very careful of the man you choose to mix up with your children. I'm going to say it again. Be very careful about the man you choose to get involved with when it comes on to your children. And that's whether or not you have sons or daughters. Of course, different things going to happen for different reasons. But don't be overwhelmed and also caught up in how well the man treat you. Because, the man take you to all these fancy places and do all of these wonderful things and ray. And before you know it, 3 weeks after you meet the man, is the man that in a house sit down with your children and you send this man with your children all alone to go eat ice cream one Sunday or go do God knows what else. The fact that this man is a nice man where you concerned is a completely different exam you need a man to sit when it comes on to your children. One, you don't know whether or not this is a man who is going to become abusive to your children. It's going to take time for you to be around the man without him being around your children. Try and figure out exactly how this man is with his children. Because chances are, if you can't get a kind of vibe from him when it comes on to his children, you might not know what to expect. And even if you're going to give him the opportunity one day to be in the presence of your children and share their social space, try it out a road first before you decide that you want to put it in that domestic and communal vibes called home. Another part of it is this. If it is that this man reaches a certain age and don't have no children, then just know that your children are going to be maybe his first or one of his first experiments with how I'm going to be dealing with somebody else's children. Maybe you might have nieces and nephews and you get an experience through that. Fine. But consider all things. So we're going to the next one. Decide whether or not this is a man who is very social with your children, who is willing to care about your children, be caring with your children, care about your children. Him don't just have interest when him see them or when him have to go share space with them. Or him not always willing to come to your house solely and only when your children gone. Because in the end, you so happy with the idea that, yeah man, you get to spend private time with him because the children are gone. All 1 year you're there with the man. You can't say the man has ever spent a good half hour around the children. So you must get up and say, no man, him and my children good. You don't know. Be very careful how you see a man deal with your daughters. Be careful how you see a man deal with your sons. There are certain little things that you have to look at and understand, pick up little signs. And more importantly, remember that when your children come to you and tell you, when they express a certain kind of reservation, and let's put it in category now and context. Yes, you're going to have some children who, because this man is not their father, who are going to have some reservation or some opposition. That's fine. That's a completely different thing. When your child tells you they don't like the way they're getting held or they're being touched, they don't like the way they're being talked to, they don't like the fact that there's a kind of buyout so you get this ice cream so you can keep this secret. If you're not prepared to put your children in a position where when they tell you certain things, put some value on it, man. Because in the end, if you reach a stage where you start saying, you know what, it's because him not like him and it's because. Remember, the happiness where you are run down with man don't have nothing to do with your children. So maybe it's a good idea. If you can't figure out if this man good enough to be around your children, but him good enough to be around you, just keep the man around you and go and enjoy what you need to enjoy. Right? So we pass abuse and we are past the next thing on him, overly friendly, too touchy, what have you. What exactly you're going to use one day to make a determination that this man is good enough? You know, one of the first things you must avoid, stop trying to find a man who must walk in and become the father of these children. Anyway you take it, is your man and a freedom father. So what you want is a good relationship to exist when that time comes. But you're not asking this person, and you shouldn't be asking this person to come in and become father. Just because what you want is a man. So because, them come with you, then automatically is them father this. Because if they do have a father, one thing is for sure, you have to pay due respect and understand, so guess what? You're not trying to use this man to override the existence of them father. Them and them father good. So, what you are trying to say? Because you are trying to get rid of the memories of them father, that somebody must come now, and you know already said, them not supposed to do X and Y. So you encourage this man to come lead them down some roads where you know is not something that will work with long time. If this is a man who would have put your children in a car and drive recklessly all over the place, and you know within yourself, say, you have to hang on for dear life and it's only God carrying the back. So why you want this man drive with the children? If you know this is a man who would have probably left them halfway in the street and tell them, all right, go on, and he wouldn't cross them. Why is it that you want to get this man involved? You see the money, you see the opportunities, you see the material gain, you see the need for love and affection and somebody to sleep with every now and again. Remember me tell you, none of these things should make you overlook the man that you're going to bring around your children. Of course, we can always talk a little more about the woman them where man can bring around them children. But one topic at a time, man. And they tell me some need to talk about. Also want to this. And this me I talk about. Ladies, pay attention to the men you bring around your children. Here's to the story. That's Rodney's story.